My dearest Rachelle, love, marriage, and commitment are things I take very seriously and things that have great importance to me. In many ways, I feel like you and I are already there. In fact, it feels like we have been married for some time. Our decisions seem to always be totally in sync and our value system aligned. But I'm not sure that was always the situation. When we first started dating, I was past the age of reckless abandon, and I think you were in transition out of that phase, but not totally done yet. I remember thinking to myself that it felt like you were looking for an escape but couldn't find a door. I also remember thinking how different we were. You were wearing your heart on your sleeve and saying I love you after like 20 days, and me with a mind sealed up tighter than Fort Knox. Very early on, however, you started to rub off on me and Fort Knox started allowing a single visitor on special occasion. As time has gone on, I think we have each become more like the other in many positive ways. There were two things early on that I saw in you that really helped set the hook in my mind. The first was your ability to bond with Yogi. He and I are a package deal, so much so that I couldn't even write my vows without mentioning how amazing he is. The other one is much more important and takes a bit of explaining. Before we met in my early 20s, I felt like a completely directionless person. I had the beginning of a successful career, one that I wasn't sure I wanted, and most of my relationships fizzled out due to apathy or restlessness or something else. I was someone that seemed like I had a lot in life, but was very unhappy, stuck in that post-college age between childhood and a real adult life. Worst of all was I didn't know how to grow as a person. Early on in our relationship, I had a moment of clarity while I was looking at you, and I understood something that changed everything. I understood that you were growth for me, and you had the strength and courage necessary to make me a man. So often you don't see it, but you are this force of tremendous strength and character and willpower that us lowly mortals pale in comparison to. Having that moment of understanding made me realize that this was a future I had to pursue. Since those early stages of our relationship, I have grown to appreciate even more about you, and I plan to continue that for a very long time. I love your beauty, your mannerisms, your communication skills, how you can be at times elegant and at times completely down to earth. I love that we can have fun going out or staying in, that sometimes we just sit and talk for hours, that we challenge each other to be better. Most importantly, I love you, everything about you from now until we know no more. I vow to continue to love you, to appreciate you, to never take you for granted. I vow to protect you when you need it with my enormous and intimidating muscles. I vow to give you space and help you grow because the oak tree cannot grow in the shade of the cypress. I vow to give you my all every day and treat you like the wonderful human you are. Love, Mark.
Mark, who knew swiping right on Tinder would lead to this? Very quickly after meeting you, I could see us getting to this day. We've been through a lot in our 3 years together, but never lost sight of us and each other. Mark, my love, you are the sweetest man I've ever known and always do things to make me feel special and loved. Your intelligence inspires and challenges me. Your work ethic and ambition are something I learn and admire from. Your even-temperness is a trait I continue to work on. Sometimes you're even funny. You are someone who shares my values of family, service, personal growth, communication, and spirituality. My parents always said it would take an extra special man to marry me. Duh, because I'm awesome. But they are so right. You are extra special. You are my partner and I choose you for life. This is my vow to you. I vow to always communicate and make us a priority, no matter how hard or busy we are. I promise to always hold hands and kiss hello and goodbye. I vow to always be the best dog mom to Yogi J and any future fur babies or human kiddos that we have. I promise to take walks around the neighborhood even when it's really hot or really cold, just because you like to. I promise to not try to be such a bitch about house stuff. Can you say that in vows? Oh well. I promise to love your family as my own and always keep you part of my side too. I vow my loyalty, faithfulness, patience, and to be in sickness and in health. Lord knows we've had enough practice with that. I vow to always help you push towards your goals and be your greatest cheerleader as you reach them. I promise to always make time for our wonderful date nights you always plan for us. I vow to always appreciate and be grateful for our adventures that we find in our community and our traditions of going to St. Pat's, the Nutcracker, cooking, and game nights. But most of all, I promise to always be your best friend, lover, partner, and truest love for the rest of our lives. I promise to be here forever and always from this day forward. You shall not walk alone. My heart will be your shelter, and my arms will be your home. As I give you my hand to hold, I give you my life and heart to keep. I love you, Mr. Miller, and we shall have the happiest of lives together.